On December 24, 1814, in the historic Belgian town of Ghent, the War of 1812 was ended. Little has changed. Little has been resolved, except the Americans gained West Florida. Oddly, though, the Americans and British would almost immediately begin the process of becoming great allies. Even more oddly, the most significant battle of the war was about to begin. In the fall of 1814, the British, under the command of Sir Edward Pakenham, brought an 8,700-man army into the Gulf of Mexico, near the vital Mississippi port of New Orleans. Alarmed, a brilliant self-trained military genius, Andrew Jackson, took a ragtag force of 6,500 Southern militia men to mount a defense of the port. They arrived at New Orleans on December 1st. After the British landed their troops, Jackson hastily built defensive fortifications out of logs and cotton bales. On January 8, 1815, a short half-hour battle ensued, in which the British were soundly defeated. Over 2,000 British soldiers were killed and Pakenham was mortally wounded, while Jackson's forces suffered only 71 fatalities. It has often been asserted that this battle was fought after the war was ended. But this is not true because a treaty by itself does not end the war. It must be ratified by the governments in power. It is not idle conjecture to suggest that if Britain had won this battle, the Ghent Treaty may have been ignored as a worthless scrap of paper. Regardless, the reverberations were immeasurable. After a dismal showing in much of the war by the Americans, this battle demonstrated once and for all that the United States could stand up to great European world powers. Most importantly, the victory catapulted Jackson into the White House 14 years later and ushered in the era of Jacksonian democracy, a new ideal that would replace the agrarian utopia of Jefferson with the concept of the self-made man.